accidents.
One of these things is not like the others. Like a rainbow with all of the colors. Baby doll, when it comes to a lover, I promise that you'll never find another like me.
Okay, Google stop.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Cooking with Spirit and Magic, the darling cooking show you never knew you wanted so bad. I am Michelle, and
I am Brad. Welcome.
my handy partner, Brad,
Thanks.
husband, partner. I feel like we should just go with partner now. It's like,
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Seems-
I'm your partner. So like cool, like hypnotist.
Yeah. Anyways,
Life partners.
Very millennial-ish.
we are. We're so millennial. Welcome, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the little Taylor Swift ditty. It's been playing nonstop thanks to Cameron and Tegan all week.
Yeah, we're all about the T-swizzle up in here.
I actually realized this week, I'm just going to say, I realized what a Taylor Swift fan I actually am. I do love her. Every song, audience, disagree, gets stuck in your head.
It does stick.
We're a convert household. We didn't. I don't think we were as interested in it before, but Jenny has changed our mind.
Yeah.
We
Maybe
hear a lot
we
of
do
it.
a joint concert.
Oh, like a big family, double
Family,
family
yeah.
concert.
Double date. Dads too.
Interesting notion.
Your bar close by?
Two drunk guys at a Taylor Swift concert.
That's not creepy.
We could get a free ride home though. Maybe in a black and white.
Oh man. All right, Brad, what are you drinking?
I am sipping on a Moscow Mule because you said you were making them and they sounded delicious.
Cheers. I, as well, am drinking a Moscow Mule out of a mint julep glass because I never used the mint julep cups and they just seemed really fun. So, you can drink it in either.
Yeah, make sure to have fun. Glassware?
Drinkware.
Drinkware?
It's not a glass.
I know. Drinkware, I guess.
So guess what? Brad, did you know? I don't know if Brad knows any of this behind the scenes. We are up and live and running on YouTube now.
I heard. I haven't seen it, but I've heard.
Well, you should say, yeah, I've been watching
Yeah,
it all
totally.
day.
Yeah, I love it.
And guess what, Brad?
What, Michelle?
I think you know this, though. We hit 1,000 followers.
Woo!
On
Oh, do you want me to saute the apples?
Instagram. Oh, not yet.
Okay.
No, you're getting ahead of yourself here, right?
I'm just trying to pre-plan.
Our 1,000 followers dog, so that's so exciting to me.
Awesome.
I always had a lot of admiration for the dog accounts because they get a lot of followers
That's a
and they're
passion.
not even human. Like
How many non-human followers do we have? Is that like a thing?
I'm only aware of follower number 1,000
1,000
because
after your dog.
I happened to be at my other real job and was watching very closely to see when we hit 1,000 because I knew it was going to happen that day.
Well, there's a lot of Insta famous dogs out there, so maybe
What kind of dog?
Oh, black lab.
Oh.
what we thought our dog was going to be, but no.
I met an Insta famous dog once.
We
in
did.
San
We met a,
Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
a canine personality, Herman.
Oh God, our canine personality, our digital world has gone crazy. Which brings me to this week. We all know what's going to be happening later on tonight on Game of Thrones. Apologies if you're not a Game of Thrones fan, but you will appreciate this, and we have some information that we need to share with you that you can use to support your friends and family that are Game of Thrones fans this week. Don't worry, if you haven't seen it, there's no spoiler alerts here, you guys. But it is the Battle of Winterfell. And last week left us all feeling really warm and fuzzy, which that show has never done in the history of me seeing that show. I've never left an episode
There's
feeling
been a
good.
couple warm and fuzzies here and there.
What?
Yeah, Red Wedding. That was nice.
Leading up to it. Leading up to
Like
it,
in a
guys.
full episode. Like I
No, there's never a
watched
full
a full
episode warm and
episode being like,
fuzzies.
Yes.
You have like warm and fuzzy moments and they always just bite you right in the
yeah, but this was so over
Warm
the
and
top
fuzzy.
warm and fuzzy that they are
Bite you
building
right
us
in
up
the
to bring
fuzzy.
us down hard.
Oh, yeah.
So the Battle of Winterfell is tonight. So we've put together some self-care tips for all of you Game of Thrones fans. And if you're not a fan, we're going to talk about ways that you can support your friends this week who are fans. So Number one self-care tip is it's okay to cry. Men, women, it's okay to cry. You can release it. Do you think you'll cry?
Probably not.
You might. No, not if other people are. No, you don't cry at that
I'm not really a
stuff.
crier. I would.
I'll cry.
She'll cry.
I'll cry. I know.
Depends on
So
who gets it though too. Some characters you're more
does.
attached to than others. No? Any character
There-
goes down, your
yeah,
waterworks
no,
coming out?
No, because they're gonna be heart-wrenching characters tonight. So cry. It's okay.
I cried when Joffrey died. I did.
Did you? No. I laughed. I think I
Yeah,
laughed.
I think we all cheered.
Yes!
Yeah. It's like, oh.
Choke, you bastard!
The
Definitely
other
fist
thing
bump.
I would like to suggest for self-care is it's okay to take a personal day and call in sick to work. Is that going to be like question? Is that questionable?
If you can't pull yourself together by tomorrow, I mean, this is a big part of our lives.
It's
I
emotional.
get
Take time to
Hey,
feel.
if people take time off for the after following the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
you can take time off.
I've called in for far less.
Yes, this is a monumental part of television history. The other thing is, don't drink tonight. I think drinking will well, I mean, like one thing. It'll exacerbate any emotions you have and to make it way worse tomorrow. So try not to drink yourself into a stupor because it's just gonna.
Not a stupor, but
It's just not gonna. It doesn't really make anything better emotionally.
yeah.
it. And drinking's not going to bring them back.
For drinking will not bring them back.
We've tried.
Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't. It's been taped. It's long taped. So here's the thing. Now moving on to if you have friends. If you are not a Game of Thrones fan, but you have friends who are. Also, if you have tips, feel free to put them in the comments. Share it with everybody. This is a community effort. But if you have friends who are into Game of Thrones and you just aren't there, there's a couple things you need to keep in mind to support your friend this week. First of all, don't judge them. And by any means, don't say it's just a TV show. I think that would land on deaf ears. And you might not have a friend the next day.
I've had to support people through way worse TV shows in my life.
What did you say?
Like ER or like
Battlestar Galactica.
I don't know.
That was actually good.
I'm trying to remember like what shows that people like freaked out about. It's like
Lost.
I never saw Lost.
Lost.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's the show I'm
Grey's
planning.
Anatomy?
Wait, I'm planning to watch
That's fired
binge
up
watch
with that.
Lost when I get my mouth
Yeah, that's your
ripped
plan.
apart.
Mhm.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Another thing is just listen. Just listen to them. Don't speak. It's not your time. It's not your turn. Just listen.
If
Be
they're-
a friend.
If they're babbling about names in places that you don't know
Smile
what they're
and
talking
nod.
about, just,
Don't smile. Don't smile.
Just nod.
Just nod with a solemn look.
I understand.
You can also throw in like a
That hurts. That's got
Wow.
So those are good things. Let's try it together. Just nod solemnly. Pretend like I'm telling you about something. And then
I'm sorry.
Baratheon came
Oh.
back to life and he had a sword.
I'm so sorry.
Do you understand?
I'm not good at this.
Just be like. By the way, that wasn't a spoiler either. So just let them grieve. Moving on, we have a meme of the week. Going back to YouTube, one of my favorite humans ever. Let's go. Let's see. I've got to make sure YouTube comes down to tape this, but we are already being taped by YouTube. So, Michael Scott, thank you for this. You are a doll. You guys need to go over to YouTube, subscribe to us on YouTube because Instagram is a dying monster. So subscribe to us on YouTube.
The Dying Monster, is that a thing?
It is now.
Oh, alright.
How do I do that? Do we go back? No? How do I go back?
I'm up in the corner.
Oh, there we go.
Hey!
Oh, no. Hey, oh.
Hey, Michael. What's up, buddy?
No picture. There we go.
No. Oh.
All right, and finally it brings us to a product of the week, and then we're gonna get to cooking this extra special top secret recipe. Product of the week. We had a moment before the show where I panicked briefly because I thought I ate the product of the week.
So real quick,
Unfortunately,
this is not the product of the week. This is
Well,
the
it is.
replacement product
Well,
of the
it's
week.
Dang! You ate the product of the week.
dang.
Dang.
The real product of the week was eaten by Michelle a couple nights ago.
No. Well, this is part of the product of the week. It's these dang sticky rice chips. This is their white cheddar flavor that the kids are really liking. I like the sriracha flavor. I think RC from Rubies and Radishes recommended it to Kristen from Living Loving Paleo, who then recommended it to me. So now I'm recommending them to you. And I told Brad the other night, do you want to say what I told you that was like so thoughtful about it?
Why don't you go ahead? Because I'm
Don't
I'm
remember?
choked
You
up
weren't
about it.
listening? This is what rice cakes are supposed to taste.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay, fine. You're gonna mess it up. Somebody finally cracked the code
Pretty
on
much.
what rice cakes are supposed to taste like.
Ooh.
Would you guys in the audience like to
Yeah,
try
I'd
one?
love to try one.
Have you had this flavor
I
yet?
have not.
And tell me if that is a good observation.
Can I give another observation? I don't know why. This is how Michelle opens these chips.
Because
Don't
the
you
bag is
Doesn't
really
seem
hard
right.
to open.
It's really
Usually
difficult
it
to
would be
close up.
difficult to reclose. So then you have
Well,
to
you're
eat the
not
whole
gonna
dang bag.
She's never reclosed it ever.
Because you're gonna eat the whole dang bag. It's not
Most
good.
people like rip the top off, but no, Michelle just.
You can't rip the top off, and you're usually gonna eat the whole thing.
It's like a Tom Tom in Star Wars.
These things smell better.
I don't get that
outside.
joke.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Unless Star Wars people.
Oh, I love the size of them.
That's
I
right.
know. Wait till you try the sriracha ones. I'll get you a bag, and I'll pass them. What do you guys think?
Well, those
I
are
like them.
dang good.
They are dang good. So, Dang, you have won Product of the Week. Congratulations.
Dang.
You guys, if you go buy some Dang
You
chips,
did nothing. But thank you for your delicious chips.
maybe I'll post them this week. If you guys see some Dang chips, buy them. Post them. Tag me
These
in
are
it.
good. I actually like the sriracha ones more, I think.
Yeah, these are good. The kids really like these. Do you know Dang is based in the Bay Area?
No way.
Maybe we can see if they want to be a guest.
Oh, that's a dang good
It
idea.
is a dang good idea.
For a dang good product.
They'd make a dang good guest.
Dang.
Are we allowed to make those kinds of jokes when they're on?
I hope so.
I think so. I mean, they have to know.
We'll have to have a counter in the upper left-hand corner.
Oh,
The
drinking
same
game.
counter?
A dang dinger.
Dang
The
drinker.
dang dinger?
Careful.
And then final note is we are going to be having more and more guests over here on Cooking with Spirit and Magic that are focused on wellness and keeping us well and feeling better, because as I progress through my health journey, I feel it starts with food. Like, we've got to be eating healthy food to feel good. However, it's not the end all be all. There's so many other levels of health that we need to be addressing as a society and as a community. So we're going to be having guests on here that support that idea of wellness and informing you guys on some more stuff. So if there's anything that you want to learn more about, reach out, DM me, and we'll pull some guests for you. All right. Now, who's ready for the apple cinnamon mini frittatas?
Hello.
Okay, so this is from book number 2. This is one of those recipes that I think is going to be, for the first book, everyone asked, like, oh, what's your favorite recipe? Blah, 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 blah. Like, I always have a bunch. But I've gotten really good at identifying which are going to be the fan favorites, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be one of them. I am not going to repeat the recipe again until the book is out. You're going to have to buy the book or grab your pen and paper right now, and let's get this going. All right, Brad, am I going to come behind the counter? No.
I need a bowl, huh?
Actually, and you know what? I think we can keep it here. You can make it in there.
Is that big enough, or should I get a bigger one?
Yes, big enough, boy.
Strange. Strange use of the word boy. But, alright. We'll roll with it. Alright.
I feel like I need a headband. I'm still not doing anything. I just keep seeing my bun and I don't feel it's
Well,
finished without my.
we'll come back from this brief respite into Michelle's mind.
Here,
Back to the show.
have some dang chips, you guys. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do.
Showing her inner monologue over here.
You
All
leave
right.
me with me on that shot. Oh wait, can I share this mug first? Amy got me a new mug. Did you see this? Did you read it yet? Let's see. I don't want to do anything today
Maybe
except maybe Adam Levine.
Which-
So wait.
Which my coffee was
Hold
lovingly
on.
presented in this morning.
Hold on. There we go.
That's awesome.
Oh Oh, we gotta get a picture of Brad. That was my act of love. What are we calling it? Act of love for him today.
Epic.
All right. So I should have made my Moscow. And you know what? It's not too late. Thanks, Adam. Okay. So to make these egg frittatas, we're going to need 8 eggs beaten up. Beat them really good too, because there's nothing worse, correct me if I'm wrong, than having like egg white pieces, like
A random egg fragment.
yeah, like beat your eggs good, guys. Like think of Game of Thrones. Like how would Joffrey beat his eggs? Like beat your eggs really well. Like you don't want to see any of this.
The sharp objects.
Like you beat a hooker.
Yeah, hear that? Yeah. Whatever.
If you heard that, you got good. And you know what? They're really listening tonight, you guys, because they want to write it down. 8 eggs beaten. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the apples. We're going to take 1 apple, peel it, core it, chop it into, what would you call that, Fred? Tell us what you did to the apple.
I peeled it and cored it and cut it
Into bite-sized
into
pieces.
bite-sized bits.
Brad, nice work.
Thank you.
You just got one on my toe. Can you put that in to make it into the frittata, please?
It's a Granny Smith apple.
Wait, here. Do you want this one?
Thanks.
That's the one that fell on my
I
toe.
don't care. That's all crunchy though. What do you got on there?
Nothing.
All right. Anyway,
I
moving
have
on.
really nice toes.
So Granny Smith apple, cored, peeled, cut into little nice bits.
Okay, and then we're gonna saute that with
Wash my hands, by the way.
like a teaspoon. What did the recipe say? Do you remember?
What? Of oil?
Yeah. Oh, it's on. You should do it.
I know.
Go. And then you're gonna add a little bit of cinnamon.
In
To that.
the pan here?
Yeah, and a pinch of salt. Add like a 1/4 teaspoon. Here you go. Of cinnamon to the pan.
Quarter teaspoon. Oh,
Here you go.
I got some cinnamon poured out over there.
Oh, that goes into the egg mix.
okay.
And then you're gonna saute that on medium until they're golden brown and softened. It's gonna be about 5 or 6 minutes. You don't want it mushy, you don't want it turning into applesauce. So how's that going over there, Brad?
Good.
Okay, you want me to continue? Will you do that?
Sure,
While
go ahead.
he's sauteing, we're gonna get to the eggs. So beat your eggs, no egg white pieces, and then we're gonna add a tablespoon of honey. And we're gonna beat that in equally well. So you're gonna wanna let it dissolve a little bit. No chunky honey.
That sounds like a pet name.
You called?
And so we're gonna incorporate that really well with a pinch of salt. Can you grab me a
Oh,
fine
I
pinch of salt?
already salt pinched over here.
Okay, tablespoon of honey. These are hard to scrape in.
Pinch
If
of
you guys
salt?
want to know a tip about honey, is that if you grease whatever you're using to measure the honey in
Pinch of
with a
salt?
little bit of oil, yep, pinch of salt, with a little bit of oil, it'll help the honey to slide out of the measuring vehicle perfectly, so it
I actually
doesn't
did that.
stick
Excellent
to
tip.
the cat.
I should do that.
Oh, well,
Well, I did a while ago though.
yeah. And then, what was it, a teaspoon of honey, cinnamon bread?
Yes.
Teaspoon of cinnamon. So you've got your beaten egg, a tablespoon of honey.
Here you go. You want to get the last of the honey?
Sure, honey.
That's not good. No, at all.
Teaspoon. All right, let me start this over. You guys are getting lucky because I wasn't going to repeat it so often. I really hope. Do you have your pens and papers ready? Should we bleep it out on the YouTube?
Totally.
Okay, 8 eggs beaten well, a tablespoon of honey, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. And you're gonna beat it up really well. Oh no, the possums are back. Oh no, this is on my video. Ruby's getting the possum. Oh my god, you guys. Hold on.
Be right back.
Brad, go handle this. Wait, you guys have got to see this. Oh no, this stinking possum.
Why are you coming to a yard with 2 dogs?
He's showing his fangs. Ruby, leave him alone. Don't let Ike out, guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This possum has been waking us up all night.
Ew. Ruby!
Oh my
Look
god.
at, I told you he's evil. Look at him.
Ruby! He's
Ruby,
so
get in
evil.
here.
Be careful, he's evil!
Look at this guy.
Oh
Let's bring these dogs in. Wow, you guys got some exciting coverage.
Action episode.
Wow.
Action full episode.
I hope that 1,000 dog followers watching.
Yowzas.
Now we gotta have a grumpy possum.
All right.
Dad, it's playing dead.
What's that?
I don't think he's playing dead. Wow, you guys. Let's see. Are we good?
Alright, Michelle, our apples are softened.
Apples are softened. Softened. I can't say that word very well. Okay, we're back. We survived the opossum attack.
It's our second
Hashtag
opossum sighting
survivors.
today.
We had two running around. And the other night, they were up all night. Maybe? I
I
don't
don't
know
know
what they
what
were
they're
doing.
doing. They're up for a while though. Which is awesome, like in the middle of the night, and then your dogs
We had our
start
window
barking.
open.
Yeah. it's-
We had our window open because it was that warm night and it felt good. And it was like, do we close the window? Cam, can you go poke Ruby in the garage?
Fine.
Yeah, because she's
Fine.
sleepy. Cameron, can you? Hey, Cam.
She's got it.
No, take her. She's interfering with our producer. Please put him in our room. Cameron, you're gonna.
Alright, moving on.
All right. So
Yeah,
we're
possums,
back.
yeah,
You
not
forgot a
listening
teaspoon
kids.
of cinnamon.
Live
It's
TV.
gone. It's gone.
No, he's still in the backyard. I am sure of it.
Alright.
Now back to our mini frittatas.
All right, my apples are softened.
Apples are softened. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring it over here,
Alright.
and we're going to divide up. Well, no, actually, hold on. We're gonna use some silicone. I see. Living in Silicon Valley, I say silicone, but I've been told
There's
it's
silicone.
silicone.
They're silicone.
Like
What's
Foops.
the
It's a different.
Like Foops.
different. Yeah.
Not like mine. Unfortunately, we're fortunate.
Well, I wish you never know what you're gonna get at this show, people. Possums
So
and
these are
Foops.
silicone liners. This is not like the breast implants, but
Should I show my apples?
That's next week's
nobody
show.
wants to see your silicone apples.
Oh, they want to see my
And
apples.
then what we're gonna do is
Some nice softened. Ooh, look at those. Thank you, John.
so I use the silicone liners for any sort of egg muffin or frittata. It's gonna peel out so easy. It's gonna come out easier than if you use a non-stick pan, because I've tried so many different ways. This is the best way, and I still spray it. I like using this chosen food spray with coconut oil, and you're gonna burn me. And just give it a quick spray.
Alright, what
And
do I do with my
then
apples?
you're gonna divide the apples evenly amongst. the
They
top.
don't go in
put 'em-
they don't go in the egg batter?
No, you're gonna just put them in the bottom.
I get a little smaller spoon.
Why don't we both do this so everything knows what it is? So just like a little spoonful in there. This looks like it was a small apple.
We both can, but I need a spoon.
Ah! I burned myself. Well, I blame you because you were moving me. So fill these up. The apples, you don't want, like I said, you don't want to get them too soft. You want them to have a little bit of texture still. Now we're fighting over apples in the because it's going to help raise the frittata a little bit.
Very scrapey.
Is that a word?
Scrapey?
You know what Brad and I have started doing?
What's
We
that?
started playing a trivia app where we challenge each other. Oh, you guys should join. And anyone out there who wants to challenge me on the office trivia, I am very good at it. So we've been challenging each other to useless trivia games, and that's how we've been spending our time connecting lately. There's a Game of Thrones one,
Which
I've beaten him at.
she has, but I get her more often than not.
Not usually on The Office.
She gets
So
me in the
let's keep
office.
focusing on The Office.
She gets me in the office.
She beat you on the Game of Thrones trivia quiz that counted most.
No, she did.
That counted most.
You called that a tie.
I call it winning.
You called that a tie.
I'm with you. I think a tie is winning him because his attitude is a handicap.
I'm sorry, was that winning him? Winning. Is that what you just said? Winning him?
Yeah. Hashtag.
Hashtag grammar's the best.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I recommend using a portable measuring cup to add your egg batter into. It's gonna make it a lot less
Okay.
messy.
There we go.
All right, so we're gonna fill it about 2/3 of the way through, up with the batter. Ooh, maybe or not. A little more. And then you can always go through and add more if it needs to.
I don't think you need to add more. You've been kind of brimming these things.
I know. I'm nervous. I can't help myself. It's live TV. Just kidding. I don't get nervous on live TV.
Wow.
That's alright.
Look for our possum friend.
He's out there.
I'm sure he
That
is.
was the biggest possum I've seen in real life in a long time.
You guys, there were 2 of them out there earlier, and they've been plaguing our backyard.
They're
These
very
dogs.
huge. They're like walking along the fence. It's like a Dotson walking up there.
Alright, so now what we're
what's
gonna do,
that possum?
I'm gonna transfer a little bit of the egg into the last one because I didn't make it super even. Oopsies. Oh, see, that's the other thing. When you don't beat it well enough, you get egg white kind of makes it hard to...
Are you trying to say my eggs are not well beaten?
No, it's my fault because I could have beaten them better after. Good enough. Maybe I'll modify the recipe to add an extra egg to it. I'm gonna try that. I'll
Alright,
let you know.
what are we doing
I'm
now?
still in the
We're gonna
recipe
pop them
test.
into a preheated oven.
Preheated oven, 375 for about 12 to 15 minutes. Depends on your elevation in your oven, which varies quite a lot more than I realized.
So 12 minutes?
12 minutes.
Cool.
You know what I realized about our oven? Like our stovetop, we have a fairly new, substantial range. I wanted that was something that was important to me since I spend so much time. The temperatures vary from burner to burner still. Like medium on one is like a different size flame on the
I
other.
believe it. I believe it.
And I'm like, am I picky? Like, is this a manufacturing defect at this point? Should I call them, John? Would I?
I would
Okay.
definitely call them.
I'm going
I'd
to.
call them. I would.
Thermidor, you'll be hearing from me. Thanks for your overpriced rip-off oven.
You go, girl.
Oh,
But I
shots
actually love
fired.
it. I would buy it over. So, all right.
It is
So
very nice.
we are going to continue cooking that, and then tomorrow, or in 12 to 15 minutes, we're gonna have egg bites, mini frittatas that are delicious. How did you like them?
Oh, they're great.
And the kids
fantastic.
eat them up so well.
Yes, and unfortunately that's like the number one thing the recipe has to have around here. The kids will eat them.
Kids have to eat them, especially breakfast because they're so.
Breakfast sucks.
Your kid, like,
Breakfast is a nightmare in my house. I have a
It's hard.
question because
It's hard.
all we want are donuts and pancakes. That's
When
it.
you
Exactly.
like this is obviously
You complain about pancakes.
the mini frittatas is a great thing that'll keep and that's a good thing you
Oh,
make today and then
absolutely.
do you rewarm them or do you serve them from the fridge?
Well, the kids like them rewarmed. You can definitely rewarm them and heat them up. I think a lot of people will, but personally, I like them cold, straight out of the fridge. I think they taste better that way.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Yeah, and I think they're just like.
And once they're cooked, you can just pop them into like a gallon like Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
and then just boop.
They freeze up, but you know what? They freeze up, but you will not freeze them
Because
they'll go, and like
Why'd
it's a
you
great
freeze them?
snack too. So,
Like 12 of them, you know, you're freezing.
well, some people
Maybe a
like,
single
I get
person.
asked that all the time.
single
Hey, it's
person.
not an opossum, Ike and Ruse. They're all riled up. All right, well, I think that's about it for tonight's episode. Brad, do you have anything you want to
That's
add?
all the harm we can do in one evening.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
did you tape Game of Thrones? It's always taped.
It's always good, yeah. We're good.
Winter's coming.
All right, remember, support your friends this week. I don't know. Do our audience members have anything else to add that support-wise? What would you need?
I'd say if you don't judge, I think that's a great one. Another one is if you're not into Game of Thrones, try to make it through the first 3 episodes. I think that's the
Get
the
you in
line.
there.
If you can do that, I think you're okay. Until the other episodes, and those might hurt.
Yeah, right. Then you regret all of it.
Exactly.
But you can't. It's like having kids. It's like, oh shit, what did I just do? What was this can of worms? But you'll never regret it.
Yeah.
So watch it, you guys.
So for recap, Game of Thrones is like having children.
Kind of. It's a lot of ups and downs.
The more you know.
Did you see? I will actually throw this out there. John Mayer doesn't watch Game of Thrones. I was very
What?
surprised by that.
I'm disappointed in him.
I was too. I think I judge him a little bit for
I
it.
expected
do.
more.
I do too.
I find myself judging people who don't watch it, but I get it. I guess I'll try and get it.
Well, I am not the first to jump onto it. I am not a bandwagon person. I'm
We join
not.
later on as well.
Yeah, I'm
came
just
in-
not.
We came
Day
in-
one, baby.
Day 1.
That just means
Brad knew what was up. He knew it was gonna be.
Yeah, no, that means I'm totally ignored.
I
But I've never
love that our
denied
dogs
that.
are like all in.
Never denied that. I've embraced my dorkdom since day one.
You're
Dorkdom. White nerdy.
He played it off. He played it off.
And I just used the word dorkdom. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I realized this weekend that our kids are very goody two shoe. They're very, very proper, good kids, and my husband is very. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm kind of like the black sheep in this family.
You're the rough around the edges one.
Yeah.
We've got one of those in our family.
Oh, is that? Oh. No wonder we're such good friends.
Every family has one, John.
Oh, one final thing. I'm going to throw this out there. Brad and I had a very interesting conversation, and then we're going to wrap this up. The other day, we were talking about creating a Armageddon super team. And so we were thinking about who we would want in this super team. And so two of the people we talked about were Kristen and Mike Beamer. I think Kristen and I, we'd be able to really manifest and see ahead and really get that cap on.
Super important.
Mike-
During the apocalypse, yeah.
Mike could parkour to another house to get supplies or something. And then we also said that we would love you guys to be part of the super team because you would join the brains. And then John, I feel like John is just so personable and likable, but I feel like if he had to rip someone's ear off to get some food,
Oh yeah, he's
with his teeth, he could rip
He's
someone's ear
irrationally
too.
strong. He's
Yes.
Scottish strong. It's weird.
Oh,
Rash
but
being
I also
angry as
feel
well.
he could really set aside the morality of or just go for it and make
No
it
integrity.
happen.
Immoral as hell. Get the hell done. That's John.
No, but that's my point. Is he is a very upstanding moral person, but when it came down to it, to
Oh, yeah.
feed
He
his
wouldn't be-
family,
he wouldn't be
he'd
afraid.
rip your ear off with that.
It's a logical, rational decision at that point.
I agree. I agree. That's what you got to do. So the super team continues.
I love it.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode
guys.
of Cooking with Spirit and Magic. I hope you enjoy those apple cinnamon mini frittatas and enjoy and survive the Battle of Winterfell.
Dun, dun, dun. Winter's coming.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a good week.
I know, it was scary. It was scary.
Good show except for that.